sweet little lies. If I could turn the page in time, then I'd rearrange just a day or two. Close my eyes. But I couldn't find a way, so I'll settle for one day to believe in you. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Hey now, hey now, hey now. Hey now, hey now.
The fuck? You fucking ribbing me, dog? Oh, god damn it. Oh, well, this stream's starting off great. Anyways, hey now, everyone. Might as well start this off with a fucking train wreck. So, when we last left this, how should we call it, this, delving into mediocrity, Asmongold asked this interesting question. Oh yeah, and, so the plan is, we'll finish watching this, and if it doesn't go too late, we might watch, Snort Hogan's recent video about his, like, follow-up podcast. But we'll see. I've been up since like 4 in the morning, not by choice either. It's been a fun day.
Actually hate on that content and be a jerk about it, but now I'm like, why am I going to be a hater?
Who
I shouldn't be a hater.
do you hate?
Yeah, here.
What? Who do I hate?
Yes.
Like, I hate a person?
Who do you hate?
And also, hey now, everyone. Casper, Dasher, Demeter, Master.
Hey now.
Whose content do you watch that makes you mad?
No one. I don't hate watch content at all.
You lying sack of shit.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
I mean, he'll probably say this, or he's going to follow up with this. He's not going to say, because any detractor who hears that is going to fucking take it as a badge of honor and would be a troll W, which he doesn't want to give any of them. LTG videos at 3 a.m. And also, welcome, Lindo.
Hey now, hey now.
First time chatter.
So,
I don't.
alright, what about, how much do you know about pirate software?
Very little.
Do you know
I
what
know of the
happened with pirates?
controversy.
Alright, can you explain it to me?
From what I'm to understand, I guess Pirate Software was someone who said that he worked at Blizzard. I guess he did.
He did.
And so he became this like big respected game dev. He was making an indie game for a long time. And I guess he kept making promises that he was going to release this part of the game, this part of the game. And he kept making excuses why he wasn't doing it, even though it was like crowdfunded and everything. And then come to find out over the years, his web of lies kind of unraveled that half the shit that he was saying why the game wasn't being delivered was not true. And then I guess, for what I'm to understand, again, I could be wrong. You correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a very broad understanding. I guess people always thought he was really good at MMOs because he worked at Activision Blizzard, and then he played World of Warcraft and he like made critical errors and sucked at it, and then he blamed everyone else, so people hated him for it. Kind of sounds a little similar to kind of my early days when like I was always saying, "Oh, my shit doesn't stink. I'm like conceited and everything," and then I got angry when people criticized me. So I kind of see like a.
I gave up. Is it as bad as I thought it was going? Welcome, kid.
Hey now.
Admittedly, we're in like everyone said, or at least the consensus seemed to be that it started off decent, but then like the second half was kind of like blah, or like more submissive, for lack of a better term. But to me, it's not worth like just watching one half and not the other. And welcome, kid and Roddy.
Hey now. Hey now.
little parallel there, maybe.
Do you have any advice for him?
Well, I don't know what happened to him. What's going on with him at this point?
I don't know. I mean, I think he's kind of, honestly, I respect Thor. I think Thor's a great guy, but you know, he went through a lot of drama with classic WoW, and like I was curious because, you know, I'm a big WoW guy. I used to be, at least, and so I was curious, like, kind of like what your abbreviated version of it was compared to like what somebody like me knows that is a, you know, a purveyor in all drama, slop, and garbage. And so,
what a stupid question. I mean, why would he expect him to know? Like, why would Asmon expect Phil to know anything? Like, ugh.
Yeah, I think that you're definitely like kind of on point with that. And yeah, you were right about all of this. I mean, I would say so, yeah. And so what advice would you give somebody who is making content and wants to avoid being a lolcow?
It should be good.
Oh man. See, for me, I've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
There was no track record of people who had done content like I was doing to follow. There was no blueprint, there was no history to follow.
Right.
So you didn't know what was right. Back in the day, I would say and do whatever the hell I wanted, thinking I'm never gonna get in trouble for this. Here we are 15 years later, people are trying to cancel me for something I said in 2010, acting like I said it yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. So what I would say is, today, if you're a content creator, you actually have examples that you can look at and you can analyze and you can see what's worked and what hasn't. You can look at someone like me, someone like Boogie, someone like Wings, someone like LTG, whoever you want to say is the wild cow of the day, Pirate Software.
Whoever your favorite
and
one
see
is.
What exactly, and see the mistakes they've made and learn from them. Take these people's life experiences and try to do stuff better. Because for someone like me, I was considered an innovator back in the day.
First of all, you know, weren't. But he actually does make a good point. Like, yes, these are perfectly good people to learn from. Like, I picked up on, well, actually, some of the stuff that I picked up on, I kind of picked up my own by, like, fucking up. But when I see, like, lolcows repeat the same behavior numerous times, I'm like, what the fuck's the matter with you people? Like, how many times have we been able to go and, like, find dirt on these guys because they don't, or because they use their main driver browser for streaming? So, like, that's how we saw, you know, Ethan Ralph potentially buying Rumble viewers. That's how we saw the fucked up porn things that the Quartering and Review Tech like. I mean, or also how we saw that WWE Champions, like the, I guess the main page or whatever, is one of his top viewed pages. Like, it's pinned on his Chrome homepage. It's like, yeah, bro, do not use your main browser. I mean, I found it out, somewhat the hard way because I was streaming with it one time. And I noticed, oh shit, there's some personal information there. Nothing like really bad, but like something I didn't want out there. And I, right after the stream was done, or after I realized it, I, like, you know, deleted the stream. And I doubt anyone like even noticed it or wanted to do anything with it, but it was a learning experience. But this was when I had been streaming for like not even a year. These guys have been doing this shit much longer, and they still haven't learned that fucking lesson. So definitely, I do agree, Phil. that you and other locals are good examples to teach people of what not to do.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Fuck.
I
Got
didn't
to
know what the
replace
hell
my
I was
bandage
doing.
today.
And now, here we are. I'm in the situation I'm in. I'm like, well, hindsight's 2020. Now I look back and say, man, I was an asshole back then. But there's nothing I can do about it now. I'm just living with that.
Sure. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, there's been a number of clips I've seen about the tears. Have you seen the one with the Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, okay, let me think. Zelda. So that was the one. The meme. I'm trying to remember the meme, because remember, there's always a meme about me. Wasn't the meme that I...
There's been a couple. Revealed his Cornhub account name. Well, I mean, he's revealed like a bunch of stuff. I mean, because you even see like the auto finish thing. I mean, that's what nailed Review Tech, how he likes, what was it, like fucking granny armpit, hairy armpit porn or some shit like that. It was something like fucked up. Like this everything too. Like your gooning thing should be completely separate. Like, I mean, look, we all like use the internet for, that kind of stuff. But the way you should do it is you really should just do it in a private browser so none of it's recorded. So God forbid anyone comes up and does it. Like, that's the least you should do. Like, don't let that be on something that'll come in your suggestions. Like, what if, like, your fucking kid comes in or just someone else comes in, uses his computer, and they just type in P because they have to look up, like, I don't know, Popeye's chicken. But Pornhub comes up, and then, like, one of your most recently searched things. It's like, use your fucking head here.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Sucked at doing the puzzles with the building shit, and I just like...
Oh, yeah, why am I not
it was
running
like I was
this on a
smashing my
faster
head against the
speed?
wall trying to solve the puzzles, while other people would solve it, like, super quick or something like that. I think that was the meme, anyway.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah.
So,
The meme was you fucking up with the bombs.
Yeah, for me, here's me.
Well, no, there was a couple of them. There was the puzzles, there was the putting together the things, that I guess was the same thing, and then also the bombs.
I'm ass backwards. If there's something that's simple, I can't do it. It's like, I'm a dunce. I'll have a square peg and I'm trying to shove it into a round hole, right? But then you'll present me with the most complex puzzle or hard boss fight, and I'll beat it like second try. It's weird. Like, I'm just like opposite.
No, you won't.
You lying sack of shit.
okay. So, how many tries did it take you to beat Moania in Elden Ring?
It took me, it was just half a stream, and then another stream. I think it was 4 hours.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's probably on par, I would say. And
Art.
so you.
But
Okay, go ahead.
the final boss of Sekiro,
Ishin.
three tries, 15 minutes.
Okay, all right. That's respectable. It is. All right, that's pretty good.
It's just dumb. Why? I don't know. I destroyed him.
So
Everyone's like, what the hell did
sometimes
you
you're
just
really good at games, sometimes you're not, and it's just like that's just I guess kind of like your way of thinking.
Well, are they famous? Well, I mean, I don't think they're that bad. Like, Moist, I guess I'm kind of a fan of. I mean, like, I'll watch some of his stuff. My daughter, my 15-year-old, likes his stuff. I mean, I don't like really watch like everything. I mean, it just has like, I don't know. It's like you know what the thing is? Like, there's a big culture of like second screen or like background, like just listening to stuff. Like, I'm never gonna go and like, or typically I'm not gonna go and like focus on like a Moist critical video. But like if I see a thing like him ranting about like how I think it's One Punch totally sucks now, like I'll just like put that up while I'm making breakfast. I'm not really paying attention, I'm just like listening. It just like is just something that keeps my head occupied while I'm doing sort of a mundane task. And I feel like that's how a lot of, and I'm not trying to like shit on them, but like there's a big audience of that, because I see not just me. I mean, I do it because I have ADHD, so unfortunately I need to constantly be stimulated. But now it's like manifesting, especially in the younger generation, because I've seen it a lot with my kids. Are they funny? I mean, you don't have to necessarily be funny. You have to be entertaining. You don't have to be funny to be entertaining. I mean, I guess with like Moist, it's just like his delivery, and he does sprinkle some jokes here and there. And like with Asmon, it's kind of like these, I don't give a fuck kind of, not edgelord, but like a few levels below that. So it's not like, oh, this guy's just being edgy. It's like, okay, he does make some decent points here and there, but does it in like I guess like a decent way. I mean, for people like this, it's their charisma or the way they present themselves that really like gets their following. It's not really the content they produce, it's the way they produce it. So it's like, yeah, you know what, Art, that is a great fucking comparison. Like someone you're familiar with, like a news reporter or a talking head. That is a great comparison. Good on you.
Hey now.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
Is different, so sometimes you'll immediately pick up on something, and other times you won't even be able to figure out the ball pressure plate thing. Is that pretty much accurate?
Exactly
Yes.
right. I would say for sure. People like watching my streams because they completely get to see this weird take on shit that they're like, how does he get into these situations? But then how did he fucking do that so quick? You know?
Okay, yeah. So I haven't seen the Sekiro thing. I'm gonna have to look.
And I do, like, just one thing I will somewhat defend, well, not defend him, but I will throw this out there, like, what, that was a word full, excuse me. Like, I know there's a bunch of just how you don't plays with him, and a bunch of them are deserved, but honestly, if we were all streaming every game that we played, it would not be too hard to come up with a decent compilation of this is how you don't plays. Like, everyone has been guilty of that on a number of occasions. I mean, that's one of the main reasons I don't do a lot of full gameplay things. Not that I expect someone's going to make a video, because no, I'm not worth it. No one knows me or cares about me on that level. But it is annoying to, like, struggle with a game, let alone in front of a bunch of people who are watching you. Like, think of the last time that you were playing a game and you were stuck on something. Now imagine a bunch of people are watching you do it and are probably commenting on it.
Look at it again, and apparently there's Battlefield 6 was another one.
Oh, I did terrible at that game.
So did
I'm
I.
also currently doing awful at Call of Duty. I
Yeah.
can't fucking play it this year for the kill to save my life. I can't. I'm sucking horribly at it.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I mean, so this is, I mean, it's very interesting to talk to you about it because, I mean, I've heard about a lot of these stories. Like, I've seen the detractor videos and I've seen a lot of this stuff. Do you wish that the detractors would stop making videos about you?
No.
Because it's their right.
I knew it.
It is their right within the law to make a transformative work about me.
Sure.
And to criticize me or to make fun of me, that's fine.
Yeah.
What I don't want, and what is illegal and should stop immediately, is people who are live streaming me right now because they're not adding anything. They're literally illegally stealing the content and making views and money on it. People who rip my shit raw and just put it up illegally. That has to.
Okay, like, liar. This is not raw, so to speak. You could very much argue that this is transformative because on Phil's stream, it's just Phil. There's, like, none of this stuff. This is actually Asmongold's thing. And he's got the Kick chat. He's got Phil's chat. There's information down here. This is very transformative.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Right, yeah, without detractors, he goes, and that's been one of the main criticisms of detractors, Master. People are like, or outsiders are like, well, if you really hate this guy, stop looking at him, stop talking about him, and he'll go away. And there is some truth to that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's more of a case of like, well, I mean, I'm sure there are some detractors who want Phil to, like, go away, but people would not just focus on this if they didn't care. Or care is the wrong word. If they weren't entertained. Like, if he stopped being entertaining, then yeah, a bunch of this shit would go away. But in some ironic or retarded way, people find him entertaining. I don't as much anymore. I only check in on, like, special occasions or when something really goofy happens. Because I despise him as a human being. I mean, there was a while where I was able to enjoy him ironically, but yeah, exactly, the train wreck thing, or the car wreck, or the animals fucking on the side of the road. It's like, yeah, it's entertaining. It's not good. It tickles like that. Or like the Jerry Springer show from back in the day. I mean, there's no new episodes being made now for obvious reasons.
To stop. But I can't stop it because I can't be issuing lawsuits up, down, left, and right. I don't make that much money to be doing that. And plus, I don't want to tie up courts with this shit, with how many people are out there doing it. So that needs to stop. The transformative work stuff, I have no problems with. Go for it.
So would you, if you could, would you claim their ad revenue for yourself?
If there was a way to do it, but to my knowledge, and maybe you know different from me,
Yeah.
you need to be with a partner network, and the partner network works with YouTube to do it. I'm not with a partner network. I'm on my own, AdSense account.
Okay,
So,
all
I
right,
don't
well,
know
that makes sense. I mean, I'm curious. Like, obviously, I've asked you a lot. Do you have any questions you have for me?
Exactly. Welcome, Reggie.
Sure, absolutely.
go ahead.
And thank you. By the way,
Yeah.
I just to be clear here, I'm not offended at anything you asked. I think that was great questioning, you know, and I think that you were very fair and you were very respectful.
I
So
try to
thank you
be.
for that.
Yeah, of course. I try to do as
Now-
much as I can.
Oh yeah, this idea that he's gonna start fucking claiming ad revenue of this stuff. It's like he's learned from the Billy Mitchell School of Law. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, people shit on fucking. I'm not gonna go on the whole thing of this, but like, I mean, I'm sorry, but you may hate Carl Jobs for whatever fucking reason, but he made a very good point. You don't sue people if you want money. You don't sue them to get rich. You sue them to punish them, or for defamation, rather, or if we have whatever. Like, you don't sue to make money. You sue to punish in situations like that. Like, I had a situation a bunch of years ago. I found out that the previous owner of my house intentionally hid mold damage in the basement, the room I'm literally broadcasting out of now. Obviously, I got it all cleaned up, and I got a, thing to resolve it. But I looked into getting legal action done to, for restitution, because I wanted money back for that, because it wasn't cheap to fix what he hid. But I talked to my lawyer, who was a real stand-up guy, and I said, look, at the end of the day, if we win this, am I going to bring home any money, or am I going to pay your bills? And he looked at me, deadpan, and he said, you're going to pay my bills. And I said, I thank you very much for your honesty, and I will obviously pay you for the time that you have had so far, and I am not going to pursue this, because I did not feel like going through all that shit just to punish the guy. I wanted money. Yeah, exactly. He was honest, and my thing was, and also because there was no guarantee I was going to win, because he even pointed out too. He's like, this isn't an open shut case. If you look in like some of the others, there were some things that we kind of overlooked. Not really overlooked, but like didn't take into as much consideration. I mean, look, we were young. We were like, it was our first house. You don't really know all the shit you're supposed to look at. I'm not saying I live in a fucking, death house or whatever, but, it really is just more of a case of like, I'm not going to go through all that shit and the stress and the time and the things just to make my lawyer some money. It's not worth it. And that's literally what Billy Mitchell did. Billy Mitchell gave his lawyers a bunch of money. That's the only guy who, or whatever, that made money off of that whole thing. It was his lawyers.
Go ahead.
I know that once I go off the stream, you'll probably laugh about it and talk shit about me.
Well, I mean, it depends on if I see the Tears of the Kingdom clip again. I mean, let's be honest.
I don't care if you talk shit about me. I don't. But the thing is, I've had some bad
Bullshit.
situations.
You
lying sack of shit.
A couple years ago, I was on a podcast. The way that they spun it was, so we're going to have you on this podcast. We're going to interrogate you. And then after that, we're going to have you on as a guest, and we're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, initially it might be negative, but then after that, it's going to be positive.
Okay.
They completely reneged on it. After they did it, they basically snaked me, and they turned it into this three-ring circus, like 3 weeks of content, making fun of me, milking my detractors for money. It was really fucked up. All right? So I appreciate that.
Which is so full of shit. Like, I'm not going to pull up. I know that Craig from Side Scrollers did like a response video to that. But if you go back and you watch that thing, because I always bring this up, because it's so relevant, like literally on more than one occasion, Craig and whoever like tried to end the interview. Not tried to like be like, okay, Phil, stop, we're gonna leave. But they were giving like the easy off ramps. You know what I mean? Like it's a highway. It's like, oh well, here's an easy exit. You know what I mean? Like there was one part I think he said something along the line, and this was after like 3 hours. He was like, well, Phil, I know, your time is valuable and we've spoken quite a bit. So I just like trying to give him an easy out. Phil kept going. Phil is the one who kept going with that. It's not Side Scroller's fault that like Team Star came on to go and dress him down. It's not Side Scroller's fault that we all learned that Cat issued a fucking restraining order against Subaru Man. That was all because of Phil. It wasn't because of Side Scrollers. I mean, you could argue, well, they had the show or whatever, but like, coming from beliefs, I would love to interview him. Like, if he said, I want to talk to a detractor and do like an interview, I would totally, like, fucking, like the Hunger Games, I volunteer, whatever the hell the meme is. I would totally do that. And I guarantee you, like, I would get a bunch of, it would be interesting, let's put it that way. Like, I have thought about if that scenario ever presented itself. It wouldn't be like so much a, well, I don't even want to give too much things, but like, it would definitely be interesting. It would not fall until like the Keemstar or quartering things. People would be like, bro, look at this fucking thing. In a positive way, I mean.
You have actually given me the chance to just come and talk to you in front of your audience.
Given the opportunity to come, that's great.
And I think that it was a fun conversation. I do. I enjoyed the questions you asked. I don't think that anything was unfair or inflammatory. There.
I try not to be, right? I mean, I think that's, I try to ask the questions that, I have and other people have, etc. Yeah, sure. What questions do you have for me? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so here's a question I got for you. Honest question, because you're huge, right? I don't even know, like, your viewership, because I don't watch you, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then again, don't take offense. I don't watch anyone, really.
Based.
So I don't, it's not like I'm choosing.
What the fuck you mean don't watch anyone? How many times has he said, like, oh, me and Kat watch some YouTubers? Has ever done Reddit MA? Oh, hell no. Well, okay. I don't know for sure he hasn't, but I'm willing to bet like my entire year's salary, excuse me, salary, that he has not.
To not watch you or anything like
yeah,
that.
sure.
So on an average day.
But numerous times he said like, oh, me and Kat watch some YouTubers, which is so weird too. Like, could you imagine, like, I don't know what your dating situation is or your social thing. Could you imagine like sitting down and watching like another content creator, like not to like throw shade or whatever, but like if I'm sitting down with my wife and we're going to watch something, it's not going to be a YouTube content creator, and it's no knock against them, but that never really strikes me as like couple viewing, I guess. I mean, like, we just watch, like, random stuff, man. We're still going through Journey to the West, the much beloved and very cheaply, and, well, not cheaply, but just not very well made miniseries from the 80s in China.
It seems like, man, your formula of content creation is way different from mine. Like, you just kind of sit down and you roll with it. Whatever your people are presenting you on a stream, you're just kind of like reacting to whatever the news of the day is or whatever, which is so different from what I do. So, for example, let's say on a random day you choose to watch a DSP hate clip from a detractor. There's a new one you want to watch.
Yes.
Today, right? When you watch that clip, do you actually 100% believe everything you're seeing? Or do you think that maybe this could be a spin or a taken out of context kind of a situation? Because I mean, my impression is that a lot of people just watch it for the lulz, right, for the laughs, but they don't realize that maybe what they're watching isn't necessarily the whole truth.
So it depends on the clip. I mean, I think that, like, for example, with, like, putting the balls in the thing with the Tears of the Kingdom, I think that you actually fucked that up. I do. Am I right?
I don't specifically remember when I was doing it the first time,
okay,
but I think that was actually one of the puzzles I did have problems with.
Okay, so you did. All right.
Is that with Wukong is the pig? Well, I mean, yeah, well, Wukong is based off of Journey to the West, but in terms of like the actual story, I mean, there's so many things that are like inspired by Journey to the West. And not even just that, there's also what is it called, Odyssey to the West. There's another word in there in the beginning. It's like strange Odyssey to the West, something Odyssey to the West. But basically, there's literally a character named Monkey who is tied to the main character who has another name, but it's essentially the same thing, where in Journey to the West, it's the monkey, the pig, the monk, and the human who are making the journey, and Monkey, or the Monkey King, Wukong, that's actually his name, is going with him, and he actually has not a helmet, but like a crown or whatever. But it's like if he goes too far away, or rather the monk can kind of control it, and if he gets out of line, like it fucks with Wukong. So the Wukong game is somewhat based off of that, but like, because I even tried to compare, and there's a bunch of stuff like they don't have the monk in it, or it's only like alluded to. The pig is portrayed differently. The human they go with isn't even in the game. So it's not like a really fair comparison. And I even tried to see if there was like a mod that would make the characters more like they were from the TV show or from the miniseries. And there's like one where it kind of makes, it basically just changes the outfit. I'm guessing that has to deal with, or is due to the limitations of modding the game. Like it's not like Bethesda Creation Suite or, you know, like full-blown modding tools. It's just like the standard things you can do if you know access or if you know access. Sorry, it's not water in this cup here, folks.
What?
But it's like very like superficial changes.
So, I mean, there was that. And also, like, I mean, sometimes, like, you've gotten mad at Elden Ring. I think that the majority of those times were probably legitimate. Like, you were probably actually mad. Let me think. Besides that, I watched you play Donkey Kong, and you got...
By the way, you can get Elden Ring from Walmart for $15. I actually picked one up. I picked up the PS4 version because it gives me the PS4 and the PS5 version as opposed to just getting the PS5 version. Because from what I've heard, I don't know if this is still true, but at least for a time, the PS4 version and the PS5 had the best performance overall of all the console versions.
hit by basically every spiky thing. I think you probably... Did you do that on... Did you, I bet... Like, you didn't do that on purpose, did you?
I didn't do that on purpose.
Okay.
Now, of course, taken out of context, that's like one of the 2 times in the entire game you need to surf on that object. That's it. The game literally, it introduces this, and you never use it again. So it's like, here's the one time you need it. Learn it on the fly. Oh,
Whoa, wait, hold on. I need to hear that again.
And you got hit by basically every spiky thing. I think you... And sometimes, like, you've gotten mad at Elden Ring. I think that the majority of those times were probably legitimate. Like, you were probably actually mad. Let me think. Besides that, I watched you play Donkey Kong, and you got hit by basically every spiky thing. I think you probably... Did you do that on... Did you... I bet... Like, you didn't do that on purpose, did you?
I didn't do that on purpose. Now, of course, taken out of context, that's like one of the 2 times in the entire game you need to surf on that object. That's it.
No, bull fucking shit.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
I know exactly what he's talking about because I remember... Because I played Donkey Kong Country with my son, which was fucking fun. Like, there's just some, like, cool thing of, like, playing a game with your kid, but I'm not going to too much into that. The point is, like, we were at that part, and we were like, I think it took us 2 tries, or we died twice, and then we realized, oh, this is the proper way to do it. And, like, the 3rd time we were fine. But he kept having issues with it. Like, he had a few too many, is my point, which is why everyone laughed at him. That is not just it's 1 of 2 times. No, there's more than that. I mean, there's not a ton, to be fair, but to say, like, oh, that was, like, the only time, or 1 of only 2 times, like, no, that's full of shit.
You lying sack of shit!
The game literally, it introduces this, and you never use it again. So it's like, here's the one time you need it. Learn it on the fly. Oh, shit. Okay, so...
No, that is a fucking lie. Anyone here who has played Donkey Kong... or, you know, the Bonanza thing, knows what I'm talking about.
Of course, they're going to have me fail, and that's what they put online, not the fact that, oh, I never had to use it again in the game, so obviously I failed at it.
So it was the game's fault.
No, it's not necessarily the game's fault, but I mean, my reaction's legitimate. I'm upset.
Okay, so all right. And what about...
Yeah, again, me and the fucking 10-year-old figured it out.
I mean, Mario Kart was crazy, huh?
I do not like this new Mario Kart. I do not like this new Mario Kart, man. I don't.
Okay. So Mario
Back in
Kart
the day,
was
Mario Kart had
okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, Mario Kart, back in the day, there was a combination. It was about your skill of driving and knowing the tracks and items. This new Mario Kart, in my opinion, people could disagree. Mario Kart World is about the items. Like, that's it. Like, there's entire strategies where all you do is bank items and then spam them at the end of a race, and you go from, like, last place to first. And I just don't like that about Mario Kart World. I wish that the game was more skillful, and if you drove well, you'd be rewarded for it. In general, that doesn't seem to be the case with that game. Being someone who's played quite a lot of these over the years. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm no expert. I'm not an esports guy into freaking Mario Kart. But it made me rage. It made me go crazy because I want a skillful game. I want a game where I'm driving well, I get rewarded for it, not punished because someone had a godlike item and bypasses me at the last minute.
So what?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Bro, if you want a racing game that rewards you for skill, like mainly for skill, then why the fuck are you playing Mario Kart? That's the whole point of it. Or like it's not unique selling point, or one of like its USPs in the sense that like, yeah, you don't have to be the best racer. You can go and just be good with items or good with this, that, and the other thing. It's not all about pure racing skill. It's a bunch of other factors. That's what makes it so casual and such a big hit with people. The fact that it's not just like, there's a reason why Mario Kart has sold like millions upon millions of copies, and like Need for Speed, or, you know, name any other thing, like fucking Sony would, the head of Sony would sacrifice their firstborn if the next Gran Turismo game sold as much as Mario Kart World. Like, I know GT has sold a bunch of copies, but it is nowhere near what Mario Kart has. And you can't just say, oh, well, because there's Mario characters. No, no, no. It's because it appeals to casual audience because there's all the other things you can do in it. It's not just pure racing. If you want pure racing, play Gran Turismo, or just the tons of other, like, realistic games. Racing games that need skill. He spams rewind. Yeah, I bet. Demeter.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
People in my chat are saying that you're right. I'll be honest, they are. I mean, I bought Mario Kart, I never played it. So I'm not even really sure. So yeah, those are like, but.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, to be fair, like the other day, my son was playing the Switch 2. I'm like, what are you playing? He goes, Mario Kart. I'm like, World or 8? He goes, 8. Even though fucking I got the newest Mario Kart, he didn't care. Well, they told me it's the biggest arcade racer approved to co-op. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess
I mean, I remember freaking back in the day in college, like we'd all go, we'd like drink, get high, and jump on Mario Kart 64. I mean, those are, it's fucking fun times. Yeah, the idea that you could just go and like, you know, get hammered and have fun playing the game. Could you imagine getting like really hammered and playing like Gran Turismo or Horizon or Forza rather? Like, not that those are bad games, but it just goes to the thing of, yeah, these aren't casual, these aren't party games. Like, you need to play that. And like, as soon as I remember, this was like in like 2008, we had not roommates, but people who lived in the same building as us. And one of the guys had like a full-blown racing setup, or I think it was like his PS3, but he had like the wheel, the pedals. Like, this is shit. Like, you don't buy this shit if you're playing like Mario Kart or one of the casual things. Like, this is what you buy when you are serious about the racing games. And that shit costs like, probably just for inflation, like $500. You know what I mean? And I know, and like, he has like a similar setup, although probably not quite as good, but I mean, still better than what fucking I have. I don't have any wheels or whatever. And he's doing fucking Truck Simulator and playing it badly, by the way. I was watching one of his streams a couple weeks ago. He missed an exit, and it added, like, no joke, like 2 hours, or like, you know, 2 in-game hours on his trip, because he was too busy talking, not paying attention to what was going on. And of course, he was saying something retarded.
I was right at least about all those. And I do think that, I mean, the asking for money thing, definitely you do it a lot. I definitely think you do it a lot. But, you know, it's like, that's the way somebody's going to do their stream. I mean, fuck, like, that's not my problem, right? I mean,
here's the question.
Okay,
here's the question. Your honest answer to this, please.
I'll give you an honest answer.
You've seen the clips of how I ask for contributions on my streams and everything. I've just told you, in general, more often than not, I actually hit these goals.
Yes.
Okay? So if I have an audience that comes to my stream every day, enjoys the content enough to support it, doesn't mind me asking like that, is there a problem?
Well, I mean, I think that you're introducing a bit of a fallacy there, aren't you? Because there are a lot of people that also don't like it. So you're kind of comparing it to an unknown. So like, if you're not doing it and you're not asking for the money, there's not really a control group that you can look at and say, okay, well, with me doing this, I'm making this much money, but if I stop doing it, I would make a different amount of money.
So I already told you that
I fucking hurt my finger with that. I literally, I won't go into too many. Let's just say, I fell victim to the mandolin.
I tried that.
Well,
I did
for a day,
I did not ask. I made $30.
I mean, would you really say that doing it for a day would be a good point to kind of...
Thank you.
I mean, is that really, like, I mean, I get it, it's something, right? But like, in a general sense, I feel like, and also, I mean, do you think that it's worth the negative sentiment and negativity where people have this perception of you of like being a beggar? And like, because you're it's hard to measure the negative effect of that because you don't know how many people choose not to watch because of something like that, right? So it's very hard for you to come, like not you, but like for a person to come to a conclusion with that answer because it's just impossible to know. That's what I would say.
Okay. Now, in regards to what you're saying here, okay, you're saying basically maybe if I didn't ever ask for contributions, I'd actually get more viewers or whatever.
I think it would, yeah.
But here's the thing, and this is, I've been there. Maybe I know you have detractors too. I just don't know.
Every streamer has detractors. Yeah.
Right. For me, okay, if I right now, cold turkey, said to my audience, guess what, guys? I'm never going to ask for a contribution ever again. All right, and I literally did it, and I never did it. That moment, my detractors would move on to another thing that they don't like about me, and that would become the next meme. And the reason that I know that, they've already done it tons of times.
Like with the wrestling game.
But that was a thing for a big time. It is still a thing. Now, because last year I admitted to it, it's in the past. Now it's the begging. That's the new thing. So now the begging is the...
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
You've literally been begging since 2017. I proved that in the previous stream. By the way, if you wonder why things look different, I finally turned on my ring light.
Problem. But what about all the other streamers who ask for contributions? Oh, that's fine. But because DSP does it, it's not good.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Nobody does it like you do. And the ones who do get called out. Like fucking, what's her name? Bad Bunny. Or the other one who got shit on. It's like, it's only $5. And if you can't afford $5, like all the people who do that shit get called out and shit upon. Fucking, what's his name? iDubbbz is getting pulled through the ringer for it. So no, shut the fuck up. Like, I remember when I first got into like the detractor sphere and I was showing that like DSP to one of my friends who like was more into streaming culture than I was. But like I showed the thing and he was like, what am I looking at? Like, yeah, like no one pushes for contributions like this guy does. Like it's very casual, or like they don't even mention it on the things, and nobody goes in emphasizes like one type of contribution over the other. Like if you look at people who actually follow regular content creators, there's no one out there like DSP, and that's not a good thing for DSP.
Right, just because of me, because I'm doing it. Anyone else can do it, it's fine. You can have entire people who are based on doing things on their streams that you think are immoral or whatever. That's okay. But if DSP asks for contributions from active viewers who like the content, that's not acceptable. So if I were to not do that, it would just be another thing and another thing. And that's the thing. I don't care. And this may be shocking to people. I don't care.
Bitch. Yeah. There is another thing, another thing, another thing. Those exist. That's not good.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Those one's another thing. Yeah. All you're admitting to is that, yes, there are numerous things to complain about. How is that like an L for the detractors? The fact you have so many disgusting or undesirable behaviors that it's easy to shift from one to the other. This isn't the W that you think it is.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
About people who don't like me.
Understandable. I mean, I'm the same way. I have a lot of people that don't like me, and you just got to deal with it. Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm not here to appease these people because these people are never going to come to my stream and support the content. They don't care. They're just there to either make fun of me or make a buck by making fun of me. So therefore, why do I give a shit what they say? I'm doing good. I'm hitting my goals. I'm doing well for myself. Why do I care that someone says that I beg too much? My audience doesn't. So why do I care? If my audience outright said to me right now, Phil, you're going overboard. This is ridiculous. And they have done that, to be fair.
And did you dial it back?
Yeah, of course.
No, you banned them. You fucking banned them.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You complained or you banned them.
Correct, right? You got to adjust on the fly. You got to listen to that constructive criticism, and you have to adjust. You can't just keep doing the wrong thing, because if I was doing the wrong thing, I wouldn't be successful. But I am. I'm hitting my goals. I'm doing well. Like I said, this is one of the best years, probably the best year in 10 years that I've had. How am I doing something wrong? You know, I'm making do the only way that I can. You know, like we just talked about some other people. We talked about Boogie and Wings. Yeah. They found success by actually kind of stepping away from their individual content and doing a whole lolcow focused show. Yeah. They basically made a public spectacle of themselves. They embarrassed themselves to make money, and it worked. You know, Wings has actually outright said, dude, I made money like a doctor. Now I have money in the bank, so I don't have to worry so much about my normal stream. I don't ever want to do that. I want to just... Good, exactly. Yeah. I had him on the show about a month ago, and I commended him. I said, sir, you need praise for that, because I couldn't do that. I'm the kind of guy, if I was put in that situation because I was offered to be on that show, I can't. Like, it would drive me nuts. I would hate myself. I would hate the content I'm putting out, and I would feel like...
Yeah, and then you try to fucking usurp them and do your own thing, which then fucked them over. Because if you remember, Boogie complained about that because they all got some great offers. And then, like, Phil tried to do, like, a coup or do, like, his own thing with them. And then Keem found out about it, fucking squashed it, and then was able to go and, like, undercut or basically make it to where he could get them at a more desirable rate. And fucking Boogie called him out on that. He's like, yeah, asshole, I'm pissed at you because you cost me a lot of money. So, like, is this a W here, Phil?
What? I'm a detriment to human existence because I put out crap.
Yes, you are.
I put out slop. I put out this drama content that it's just doesn't add anything.
Well, how do you feel about my content?
See, I don't know. I legit, be honest with you, don't watch your content. So I don't know to what extent it is. I've heard you react to stuff. You laugh at it more than, like, you're not, when you watch a detractor video of mine, you're not being like, wow, Phil's a piece of garbage and a piece of shit and fuck that guy. You don't do that. You just kind of laugh at me and say, he sucks at the game, whatever, and you move on to the next.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a problem with that. I don't. As long as it's not coming across with the wrong impression. And sadly, when you say things like, well, Phil's banned from Twitch. No, I'm not.
So you never have been banned from Twitch?
No, I've had those, like, little quick suspensions.
Okay, so you've been suspended from Twitch, but you've never been permanently banned. And you've closed the account. So, like, theoretically, you could open your account right now and stream on Twitch if you chose to.
That's right.
Okay. And you just...
Which he should have fucking still be doing. He should still be on Twitch. In terms of, like, actual business, I'm not, like, trying to give him advice. Doesn't matter. I'm going to listen to it. Like, the day that he got his partnership terminated, he should have started multi-streaming.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
He would have made so much fucking money. I mean, to be fair, he made a bunch regardless, and I'm not proud of that or happy for him for that. But he should have instead viewed it like, he should have spun it as, hey guys, guess what? I'm no longer tied down by the partnership rules that makes my shit exclusive to Twitch. It should have been from that day after that Danganronpa stream on the day after Hitler's birthday, because that is when he lost monetization, by the way. It was April 21st, 2021. Coincidence? I don't know. But, yeah, literally April 22nd, he should have started multi-streaming.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
don't do that because you just don't think it's lucrative or for whatever other reason, because you can't make any money because you got kicked out of the partner program.
Not even that, because I could reapply and probably get back in.
Yeah.
But number one, once you've been treated like that, why go back to that situation? I'm good on YouTube. I'm doing good on Kick. Why would I go to a situation where at a moment's notice, someone's going to say I did something I didn't do and then shut me down again, right?
Sure.
But in addition, I do have a philosophical problem with Twitch. I do.
Oh.
Like, I've seen over the years.
What do you think about
how
Twitch?
A philosophical problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, please elaborate.
this website?
Yeah.
Sure. When I started streaming on Twitch, Twitch was for gamers. Twitch was supposed to be a place where this is the place if you're a gamer to be. It's a gaming culture, stream game playthroughs and all of that. And then during the time that I was there, which was around 5 years, I saw this place go to this sharp decline of make money no matter what. Doesn't matter what kind of content it is. Doesn't matter if it's degenerate, slutty content. You know, the people who are doing sexualized acts on stream and they're on the main page of Twitch, a kid could see that.
Yeah.
And that's what's being pushed on the main page of Twitch.
A kid could see it. Oh my god, a kid could see it. Fuck off, Phil. Like, pivoting away from just gaming was honestly the best thing that Twitch could have done.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
In terms of, like, making money. Like, you could argue, oh, it, like, made the site worse, but, like, at the same time, if they only did gaming, they would be, like, in much worse shape than they are now. And at the end of the day, no one's putting a gun at all these gooners' heads to go and throw $100 in bits at a fucking hot tub streamer or someone in bikini so they can write their fucking name on their ass. Like if IRL had not been embraced by Twitch, someone else would have done it.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
They were just one of the first ones to do it. And then everyone else had to catch up on it.
And I see this, I see unfair treatment of streamers on Twitch, where one streamer says it does one thing and is treated incredibly harshly by their team, and another person literally says and does the same thing or worse, slap on the wrist, or absolutely no repercussions whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't stand for that at all. That actually gets me so much. I would never...
Bitch. Every streaming service is that way. Almost any company is that way. How many times have any of you been at your job or been any business where it's, you know, one set of rules for Tim another set of rules for gym. Like, that's just, does it suck? Yes. But like, if you're gonna like die on that hill, like, I mean, I guess it's noble, but at the end of the day, you're not going to change anything. That's how business works, how politics, that's just how whatever works. You know what I mean?
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Understand, to make content on a platform like that, that's going to not be fair. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't. I feel like I was mistreated in 2021. They are coming down on me, saying that I'm a hateful person, hateful content. What content? Tell me what I did to spurn this reaction. We don't have to legally. Well, then I don't have to use your business.
Fuck.
Let's just give the folks here an example. Give me a sec here. The thing, give me one example. Okay, Phil, I'll give you an example of you being hateful. Just 1 second here. Sorry if there's like a hissing sound in the background. I'll try to fast forward right to the part. Streamer who said Phil probably wasn't going to finish a game he was suspended on numerous occasions, including to not have a perfect record on Twitch. Getting suspended on numerous occasions, including one time on March 29, 2018, when he was suspended for insulting the appearance of another streamer who... But I'll give him this, he looks a fuck ton better than he did in 2021. Who said Phil probably wasn't going to finish a game he was currently playing.
What?
What the fuck that guy just say to me? It's on now.
By the way, the hilarious part was the idiot actually had his picture as his avatar here on Twitch. He's an overweight, disgusting looking guy with a blue dyed beard. He's a complete fucking idiot. If you're gonna be an idiot in someone's stream chat, at least don't show what you look like in real life, especially if you look like a complete moron. Like, hide that from the internet so we can't also make fun of you afterward. All right.
God, I wish so much Julius Cruz hadn't, like, spurged out and fucked himself over. Remember those good days when he just made, like, goofy, enjoyable clip detractor content? I miss those days. But yeah, fucking... the idea that, oh, I did nothing wrong. Piss off.
Fucking based, honestly. Like, I'm gonna be real. Have you seen some of the recent Twitch controversies?
Indeed, I have. Yes, I do still follow some of those. Yes.
Did he shock the dog or not?
It appears he did. I don't know if he did, but it appears he did.
All right, that settles it.
No, he fucking did. Fucking sue me. You fucking shocked your dog, Hassan. And you are a piece of fucking shit for what you did to your dog. I have a dog. I could never imagine doing that. Like, it's one thing, and not, I'm saying I fully agree with this either. It's one thing when if, like, you train your dog with, like, an electric fence, which, again, I don't fully agree with. But at least it's like a thing of, like, okay, you're training to, because you're not trying to punish your dog. You're trying to protect the dog. So you can't just say to the dog, hey, don't go there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not the best way to treat them, but overall, it's for the dog's good. What Hassan was doing was just selfish and just trying to go and, like, make his own life easier. When I say his own, I mean Hassan's life. Oh, I let my fucking mom or whatever let him go around the house. Like, what the fuck? You don't let your dog go wherever he wants in his house? Would you ever do that to, like, one of your children? Or, like, another human? Really interesting. Well, no, the thing that got me about the shot coloring, and actually I'm going to take a quick break after this, was Bubba the Love Sponge, the guy who's most well known for recording the Hulk Hogan sex tape, but he's a radio show host. And he would do things, shock collar things, where he would get the fucking dog shock collars and attach them to humans and set them off. And even on like the low levels, he would set them off and people would be like, oh my God, that hurts. Like, it wasn't just like I remember like one guy said like, oh God, it feels like there's like a knife being stabbed in me. I'm like, bro, you're doing that to your fucking dog. I mean, maybe they're a bit better now. They're not as fucking inhumane. So it's like when he was doing it, it was in like the early 2000s. So this one we're talking like over 10, 15 years ago. But still, the idea that I would do something to my dog that I would deem painful, like, are you fucking kidding me? No, I would never do that. For those who haven't, well, she's not here now, but like, I have like but not that the size of the dog matters, but like, we're talking like a dog, I guess this thing isn't the best thing, but like about this long. And like, the dog weighs like 16 pounds. Like, you look at this dog, you'd think it's a puppy. It's that small, even though the dog is like 13 years old. And the idea that I would do that to my dog for any reason, like, no. Like, what the fuck's the matter with you? Like, I really can't stand people. And that was part of the reason why I really fell out in terms of watching or commenting on DSP content. When the whole story came out, he was ranting and bitching about him and Kat bring Casper to the vet, and they tried to upsell him on blood work for Jasper because Jasper hadn't had blood work in 3 fucking years. Like, literally any of you, imagine not getting a physical done for 3 fucking years. I know it's not a direct apples comparison because like every competent or decent healthcare plan will pay for a physical, but it's like, okay, it's like $300 some odd for, you know, the blood work where you have to do, but it's your fucking dog and you pay it once a year. And meanwhile, this twat had bought because that was the thing that really pissed me off too, because at the same time he bought multiple copies of Street Fighter 6 on consoles, which is utterly retarded because it has crossplay. So all you need is one copy to play against the vast majority of players, because most of them are not going to go and disable crossplay, because why would they? And also, he was buying multiple joysticks. Like, he spent money on a joystick, and it was more expensive than blood work. In that case, it's like, fuck you. I will literally say this without any reservations. You are an animal abuser, Phil. And if you have a problem with that, sue me, and we'll see what happens.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Anyways, I need to use the restroom and refresh my drink. I'll be right back.
Let me think if there's...
Oops, wrong button.
Hey now. Hey now.
Sorry, to clarify my previous statement, in my opinion, you are an animal abuser, Phil. That's only my opinion.
Any more of them that have happened recently. Like I think that Twitch, so you don't like how Twitch has turned into kind of like a kind of social, because like I mean, to be honest, they've nerfed the e-girls a lot. Like all those girls that used to be in like pools and, you know, like selling bathwater and stuff. Like I don't know.
Pickle Ricks.
Yeah, I know her. Yeah, for sure. That was Asian Bunny and Amarath. I know. And yeah, they did very well. And so yeah, but now they've been massively nerfed, and you hardly see any of those people doing any well at all. I don't really hardly see them at all. And so Twitch, I think that they kind of got rid of that with a lot of the cases. But you kind of have an ideological problem against Twitch, basically, right?
Absolutely. Like again,
No, it's not ideological. It's fucking petty. That's all it is at the end of the day. Like, it's the biggest case of fucking ex-girlfriend syndrome.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Why are there streamers on Twitch that say and do things that that's cancelable? That's actually really bad what they're saying. They're calling action against a group of people or whatever.
Yeah.
And then someone else says something way tamer. Oh, suspension. How is that fair? I just don't understand.
I've been wondering that for a long time.
Yeah. They have a select group of people that they like, and they have a select group of people they don't like.
I'm aware of that.
It's that simple.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty bad. I mean, do you see a world where you would ever go back to Twitch? Like, would they have to apologize to you? Like, what do you think it would take?
There is a way that I would go back to Twitch.
Uh-huh.
If Dan Clancy stepped down and there was new management, then I would go back to Twitch.
Wow.
That's about it.
So you want that guy gone?
I have no confidence in the people who are running that business that they're doing the right things or will ever change for the better. Like, take a look at the reaction to what happened to TwitchCon, right? They essentially have someone there who really doesn't want to be there, but they say, well, you got to kind of be there for the contract. Where's the security? Where's the attention to care for these people who you're making be there because they're your talent?
Yep.
And then what actually have they done in response to what happened to TwitchCon?
Well, they lied about it.
Apology.
Yeah.
Exactly. First they lied. You're right. They lied and said it didn't happen like that or whatever. Then they doubled up. Oh, no. Then there's an apology. Now, didn't this just happen a day or two ago? We did a $100,000 donation. Okay, great. But what did you do to solve the problem? Who cares what money you gave? Did you actually change your culture, change the security? I don't care what money you threw because you have big dollars. Fix the fucking problems. Then maybe people will be happy. Why do you avoid the problems? People call them out for this shit all the time, and they don't actually address the problems. So I'm not going to go back. Twitch, here's really what irks me, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
On Twitch, I'm a gamer. I want to stream at good quality. Twitch kept coming to my streams telling me my bitrate's too high. I said, I'm streaming 720p, and it's choppy. Oh, your bitrate's too high. What the fuck?
Oh, because you got taken out of the partner program, so you had the shitty bitrate.
Well, this was actually before then. This was before there was bit rates based on that. It was just, in general, everyone had the same criteria. So then you would go over to a bigger streamer. They're streaming 1080p, high-ass bit rate. No one complains about them, but they come in and they yell at me.
Yeah.
Now, recently, I believe, you can probably confirm this, is it true that Twitch finally started increasing their bitrate criteria so you could stream at better quality?
I think that they have it to be like, they guarantee an 8K bitrate, but beyond that, it's like you can stream at a higher quality, but they don't guarantee.
Who the fuck would stream at 8K? Like, did he misspeak? Like, yeah, who the fuck would support 8K streaming? Like, no one can view it. So why would you even bother supporting it?
Guarantee that it will actually like kind of go through. I mean, you know, probably better than I do. Like YouTube bitrate is way better, right? I mean, you can stream at like 15K bitrate, 12K bitrate, and at that point you're hitting diminishing returns anyway. So like that's more than enough.
Oh, okay, he's talking about 8,000. He's not talking about like 8K and like 4K, 2K. Okay, I misunderstood.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I know what he's talking about though, because I think Twitch for a while was only at like 5K bitrate, like 5,000 kilobits per second, or like 5 megabits or megabytes, whatever.
So the reason I bring this up,
yeah,
Twitch is supposed to be a site that was around gaming community.
Sure.
They were the worst fucking bitrate for the longest time. So if you streamed games on there, they looked like ass. So it was contradictory to what their whole philosophy supposedly was. If I go to YouTube, I can do twice the quality for my audience.
Yep.
Why am I staying on Twitch? It's ass backwards the way they think, and they dodge every issue. They push the issue to the side. We're so sorry that happened. Here's a donation. Did you fix the issue?
Yeah.
Here's a donation. Fuck you, man. I'm not going back there.
So you're just not going to put up with that bullshit. You don't want to deal with that anymore. You're beyond that. That's another point in your life.
I don't need to be walking on eggshells every moment I'm streaming that some idiot mass reported me for something I didn't do, and now they're going to suspend me or kick me out. Fuck that. I'm done with that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I streamed Final Fantasy 16, and my bitrate was so bad you could barely even see what was happening. And it was insane. Yeah, like it was like you were playing it on like a Nokia phone or something like that. So yeah, it was just dog shit. I mean, I get it. I totally understand it. Do you mind if I take a second? I gotta use the bathroom.
Go for it.
Okay, all right, 1 second. Right back.
All right. Is he gone? All right, so now I'm going to tell you what I really think about Asmongold behind his back. He is, I'm just kidding.
I don't care what the fuck you say.
1,000 people watching on Asmongold stream right now. Just slightly
Is that
more
it?
viewership than I usually.
Yeah, is that it? Only 41,000. Wow,
Dude,
bro, like you're falling off.
slightly bigger than me. Just
Yeah,
a little,
yeah.
okay?
I mean, the thing is, Twitch has been dying too. Like the viewership and popularity of the platform has gone down massively. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe you were right to jump ship, and you're on another platform now, and you're doing relatively well. So you're financially stable. Everything's. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You were talking about Twitch earlier, that you think that
Yes.
it's very profitable to be on Twitch.
Of
correct?
course.
But why do you say that? Because when I was on Twitch, I'm not exaggerating now, I made less for each sub I got. The bits, actually the bits, I guess you get 100% of the bits that they throw you, right? That's true. You do get all the bits.
Technically.
But the membership, or the subs, definitely you made half, right? You get half of a sub. On YouTube, you make more. On Kick, you make way more. I don't know why you're saying that it's so much more lucrative to stream on Twitch, because I never experienced that. From my experience, maybe it's changed, but I didn't experience that. That's another reason why I don't see why I would go back. I don't see the big financial boom that I would get.
Well, I mean, for me, back in the day, like with the amount of money, like on my main channel, like we were. I mean, I can just say it, right? I was making on Twitch like a couple few hundred thousand dollars a month. Right, and so yeah, it was a lot of money, and so that was like really not even running ads or anything like that. But and like that's if you do run ads and you have people watching, etc. But like it has gone down massively. Like they basically just took a zero off of my earnings, and I changed my channel, etc. Right, but like you're right, the Kick pays a lot better. So yeah, you've got the the Kick partner program as well, which does extremely well. So
I got a question for you about that too.
Yes.
Do you think Kick is sustainable and they can keep doing what they're doing? Because man, they are paying well.
No. Kick is not sustainable at all.
And I don't know how they're doing it.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious how they're doing it. They're using Kick as a loss leader for stake, and then they're paying for it by the losses that people lose in gambling. That's how they're doing it. We're getting paid from people that are too stupid to figure out math and play slots. That's how it happens. That's what's happening. Yeah. I mean, that's the way it goes, right? I mean, it's a redistribution of wealth. You don't know how to do math? It's too bad.
I'm just curious how long it's going to keep up. If it is a lost leader, what's the benefit there for them to keep it going? Do they think it's going to blow up eventually and be the place that will be profitable? Or
I think that there's probably, so like my expectation, and this is what they've said publicly, is that there are...
We're almost done with this, folks. What do you think, though, overall of this interview? Like, I would say it's... I mean, look, I don't think we're going to have anything as good as the Side-Scrollers interview, because that was just such an awful expose. When I say awful, I mean he ended up looking so awful from it. But it was just him adding more and more rope to it. Whereas this is more of like, not as bad as the quartering or his Keemstar. Like it's like maybe like a 5 out of 10.
Are some people that maliciously use the Kick incentive program, and in doing so, they will probably kind of remove some people out of it that are, like taking advantage of it or viewbotting in order to get a higher ratio of payment. And, you saw recently people complaining about that. Is it sustainable? Well, here's the thing, right? Is that in the Bible, they're talking about gambling, and we still have gambling. It's not going away. Yeah, it's not going away. We're not going.
Fair enough point.
Yeah, I mean, because for a long time I was very, very against gambling, and now I don't give a shit. I mean, I've lost the battle. I've lost the war. Like I don't gamble. I'm not really a big gambling guy, but a lot of other people love to do it. And if they want to do it, and then I get paid for it, that sounds pretty good to me. And you're getting paid for it too.
I am. I'm in the KCIP program. I'm getting the ridiculous amount of revenue from each sub over there.
Yes.
And now there's Kicks. So I'm making bank on it too. To be honest, if people say to me, "Why am I on Kick?"
I mean, the Side-Scrollers thing was just fucking amazing. But I think part of what helped that too was that everyone's expectation, or for the most part, this one was like, this is going to be like whatever, like a who cares, like because the most recent comparison we had was I believe it was the quartering, and people thought it was going to be like a repeat of that. But hell no, it was like whoa. And again, like I said, they tried to give him outs. And Phil just kept, giving himself more and more rope to go and, hang himself. Metaphorically, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, gambling's fucking out of control nowadays. I mean, sorry I have to get in a little soapbox here, but, like, legalizing gambling or sports gambling was one of the worst things that could ever fucking happen. I mean, honestly, because now there's so many, like, scandals. I mean, and I don't even watch sports anymore. I don't watch NFL, MLB, NBA, and no knock on anyone who does. I totally get why people do it. I took myself out of it because I was getting too invested, and I was getting too emotional and spending too much money because all my teams were out of market. So I had to pay for, like, NBA League Pass. I had to pay for NFL Sunday Ticket. Literally for, I believe it was the Madden 20-year anniversary edition. I can't believe they did this. They had like an edition where it was like $100, but included NFL Sunday Ticket. So you know what I fucking did? And keep in mind, NFL Sunday Ticket I even got DirecTV just to be able to get the Sunday. Well, okay, two reasons I got Sunday ticket for that, and because my mom was sick, and the fucking this was like in the beginning. This was in like the early 2000s when all the fucking sports teams started like getting their own like networks and started being dicks to the distributors. So just to give a little bit of insight, my mom was a big New York sports fan. So she, which sounds sacrilegious was when I describe this, but whatever. She liked the Yankees and the Mets. And at the time, the only way you could watch both was with DirecTV. And when she was getting sick, and this was like, well, she'd been sick for a while, but this was when it was getting like really bad. And like sports were the only things that she really got comfort from. And our cable company took away, I believe, both, yes, the Yankees Entertainment, or I think it's Yankees Entertainment Sports. Regardless, it's the Yankees Network. They took that away, and then SNY launched, which is basically the Mets network, and they were getting out to a pissing match with the cable company and left. And the only place where I could get both of them was DirecTV. So I went and I, took it over and I paid for it. And we got it so she could go and watch it. But anyways, long story short, like, I was big into sports, but I had to go and pay extra. And then when I saw them, I realized that even when my team did good, there was still more bad than good for me emotionally. And I'm like, why am I going through this and paying money for the experience? It's like literally paying someone to kick you in the balls and occasionally kiss you afterwards. You know what I mean? Which I know is like a goofy way of looking at it, but just how I did it. And I even, like a couple of weeks ago, I brought up the thing of with one of my kids. I was like, yeah, I'm glad that I stopped getting it, paying and all this stuff. My daughter was like, yeah, me too. But it was more of like the thing of like, yeah, I'm glad you stopped getting so invested in that shit. No, getting kicked in the balls and then getting kissed afterwards. I didn't mean being kissed. Well, same thing though. It's like you have to go through pain before you can experience pleasure. It's like, well, just take that out of it.
I only get like 1/3 of the amount of viewership on Kick that I do on YouTube. I'm like,
you probably still make a lot of money on there, right?
Yeah, it's paying decent. It's.
Oh, really? It's paying decent? Is that why you're fucking like holding the audience hostage?
Less of a hassle, even though there's a lot of trolls and stuff that I get on there. It doesn't bother me. Let them talk over there, and hey, I'm making the money. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
You lying sack
No, that's my opinion on Kick. I mean,
sack
like I thought about streaming on YouTube as well. Like I might talk to them about like trying to like kind of make it better, especially with like the DMCA things that happen and the auto takedowns. And if they were able to do that and lock that down, I'd probably stream on YouTube also. So it just really kind of depends. But yeah, I mean, do you have any other questions for me? Because I've asked you a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have much like targeted to you. Like, I know you're a gamer. You're a gamer like me, dude.
I am.
And so we have a lot. I think we do have a lot in common, just probably not specific to certain genres of game. But like to pick your brain, like this year with gaming, how do you think gaming was this year in general? Do you think it was a great year for games? Like I know, I guess you had reacted to the Game Awards nominees. In general, what did you think? Do you think these are good games this year that got in it, or do you think that we're on a downward trend? What do you think there?
I think that gaming right now is better than it ever has been because there are less barriers to entry for people to publish and release video games without having to go through a publisher, a console, or any sort of a like gatekeeping system. So all you really need to do is just be able to make a video game and release it on Steam. So you've had games like Megabonk, for example. Did you play Megabonk?
I did not play Megabonk. People have asked me to do it. I might.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Who does this? Do you play Megabonk? Like, folks, imagine me doing this like, what do you think of this video so far? Who the fuck would turn away from the screen when you're asking questions? What do you think about Rivals? Do you mean Marvel Rivals? Or, wait, wasn't there another game just called Rivals? Or are you talking about that other one? Well, Marvel Rivals, I mean, I do enjoy the game. You know, I've thrown in, let me see how many hours I've thrown into, or just going to Steam. I didn't play it like at launch, but I played it like shortly afterwards. Let me see. I have 318 hours in the game. So yeah, I enjoy it. But then again, I'm also the same guy who threw a ton of time into Overwatch. It does really scratch that hero shooter itch that I like. Well, it's not up for game of the year. I think it's up for like ongoing game. I mean, I do enjoy it, but I'm sure like in a couple of years I'm going to end up dropping it just like I do with Overwatch. Although maybe not. The main reason I dropped Overwatch was because it's got to a point where it's like the same thing. Like they just didn't innovate enough, and the changes they made just weren't that welcome. And then I tried to get back into Overwatch with Overwatch 2, but at that point, like the meta had changed so much, and it was like I don't care enough to like learn because I'd also miss how much there was like at least 6 new characters been introduced who I had knew nothing about, and I was constantly getting wiped out by them because I didn't know like, okay, what's the proper way to deal with this character. I was still playing as my old school mains, which was like fucking Mercy, Zenigata, or not Zenigata, Zenyatta, that was his name. Zenigata is the fucking cop from Lupin the Third. Excuse me.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
If I wanted to counter against Zenigata, I would just fucking throw a thing of ramen in front of him. That was like almost one of his like low-key weaknesses. I'm sorry. I've had a few too many of these tonight, folks. By the way, great fucking picture of Asmon down there. I don't know, brawl type games don't have much depth. Well, what do you mean? Like fighting games or like a game like Smash?
Right? And so like there's a lot of games like that. There's games like Ball Pit, which I mean wasn't really an indie game. It was published, but you know, it was made by an individual guy. And there are a lot of instances where I actually think that like did you play Expedition 33?
Oh, yes, I did.
Did
Absolutely.
what do you think is
Vodka.
game of the year?
I actually got Wheatley vodka because Cody Rhodes kept advertising it. And for my review, it's I'm not gonna say it's bad, but given the price, I would expect better. Because I can drink smoother vodkas at the same price range than that. Like you could just go and get like a fucking smooth Smirnoff or whatever vanilla vodka, and it'll go down easier than this. Like it's not bad. There's like an okay taste to it. Like it is a little bit sweet, but not like the good sweet of something of like a Crystal Skull vodka. Which, by the way, for anyone who's like a fan of vodka, I highly recommend the original Crystal Skull vodka, the one made by Dan Aykroyd. It is fucking great. But again, it's one of those things where it's like it can only be like consumed like as a treat or like as a gift. So like I have one. I don't know if I bring it out again, even though I'm literally looking at it over here. Games in the year should have depth of story and progression. Some video about Crystal being a scam. Well, I don't know about that, but like the original Dan Aykroyd Crystal Skull vodka, like no, that is not a scam. Like I paid $100 for it, and I would not say I was ripped off at all. I mean, maybe you can get similar quality at a cheaper price, like fair enough. But like at the same time, though, like you know what? Fuck it. Just give me a quick second here. Sorry, I have to go and move away the camera because I'm tied in with earbuds, so I can't just like leave the thing. Just give me one quick second here. I'm back. I'm just re-getting. God. I mean, I don't know the full backstory of it, but like I remember Dan being on Opie and Anthony and promoting it and being a fan. But like, look at this. This is fucking cool, and like, it's not like a cheap. This isn't a cheap glass either. Like, this is thick. Like, this is like a cool thing you could put up on. Like, I'm not saying you put on like your mantle or whatever, but like, it's a great display piece. And that was one of the things that he emphasized on it. Like, it just looks cool, and it's hard to, explain, like, without feeling it, but like, it has a good feel to it. This is not cheap, like legit, yeah, this could be something that could be used in a movie. It's that good of quality. It's a great collectible, and I have it over. There's I have like a little thing, so over here, it's almost like a table, or not a table, like a shelf. And I have all my like collectibles and figurines on it. Okay, if it's real crystal. Well, I mean, yeah, if it's not real crystal, but it's good glass, Because if it was crystal, throw it in like the thousands of dollars. Because it would be crystal. But it's not like a cheap glass. Like, to give you an example of cheap glass, speaking of decanters, Yakuza 6, which is a good game, and there was a like the super edition they have, or like the collector edition, whatever you want to call it. It came with whiskey glasses with like those types of, because like a decanter is like a I mean, not like this obviously, but like the alcohol glasses. It came with 2 glasses, and also came with these. I'll show right here. There's another one too. It came with coasters, and there's another one where the colors are swapped. So instead, it's like, imagine just swap the colors. So like, what's black is white. Yeah, tumblers exactly. You know what? Let me quickly see if I can pull it up here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll transfer this over. Yeah, so this was the stuff. Sorry, it's so bright. But yeah, look at these glasses. These came with the Yakuza 6 like special edition. But these glasses were so fucking cheap. They were so fucking thin. Like, hold on. It's kind of hard to tell there, but like, see how thick this is? Imagine like half of that. That's about how strong or whatever that these glasses were. They looked fucking great, but they broke so easily. It's not like I dropped them. Okay, I think I dropped maybe one of them, but then the other one just like it just like broke, like apropos of nothing. And it sucks. I mean, look how cool these look. They look fucking great. And also they came with whiskey. Hold on. 1 second here. They came with whiskey stones. Okay, there is. Well, hold on. I mean, this was the. I got this because I was a big fan of Yakuza and whiskey. Yeah, and like, see, like I said, it's the same fucking coasters. If I'd ever one, it's on my work desk. But yeah, the glasses were so fucking cheap. I was so pissed off that they broke. But like, what am I gonna do? What can I do, dude? Anyways, I feel bad. We've fucking have derailed so much.
Okay, I don't want to spoil because I do have my own Game of the Year awards at the end of the year, so I'm not going to spoil my audience. But everyone knows that probably top 3 games for me this year were, either Expedition 33, Hollow Knight Silk Song, or this is a big one that no one knows, Blueprints.
Oh yeah, that was the puzzle game. That was an indie game.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So you've played a lot of those games. I think gaming now is amazing, and I never run out of video games to play. Like anybody who's unhappy with video games nowadays, I think is a retard. Phil, are you?
What? Let him finish.
Are you retarded? Are you happy with games?
A year ago, I became a PC gamer, so now I have a gaming PC and I can play anything I want, and I'm loving it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like I get where you're going, Casper, but like that. To be fair, actually, no. I think I bought Amazon. At least I can look it up. My Amazon account. I'm just not going to pull this up on the stream. I just want to see. I think I got Amazon. I hope I did, so I can at least get how much I paid for it. Actually, no, I think I did order on Best Buy now that I think about it. Give me 1 second here. I want to see how much I paid for it. Purchases. Like, where'd I get it from? I was positive order online from some store. I didn't get it from Best Buy or Amazon. Well, point is, it cost less than $100. I know that. I don't remember what the exact price was, so it wasn't like a, it wasn't like something that I would need to go and have to consult with someone. What the fuck do I send notifications on Twitter?
Gaming right now.
Yes.
This is the best. This is, like I said, best year I've had, bar none, in over a decade.
No, I would say it's the best and worst time to be into gaming. You know what I mean? Like, on the one hand, like, you can play a bunch of games and not have to spend a single dollar. There's so much free-to-play shit. I mean, like, when I was a kid, or like when I look at my kids, when I was into gaming then, like, you couldn't go and not pay any money if you wanted to play video games. Could you imagine in like between like 1993 and, well, no, look at my kids' ages. So they're 15, 13, and 11. So the various 11 years. Could you imagine between 1996 and 2000 and saying you cannot spend any money, but you have to go and play video games? Like, you'd be fucked. There's nothing you could play and not spend any money. Right, exactly. And so, but not even just that too, like, where you argue like, oh, free-to-play games, not even just that. Like Epic Games Store, or if you just follow any of the things, just follow various things, you can still get like literally AAA games if you just wait. And you can get access to them. You know what I mean? Or even like waiting on like humble bundles. You can go and still get stuff. Like, could you imagine in like 1996 getting like 10 high quality games for like $20? Like outside of like stumbling upon a desperate tag sale. No, you wouldn't. You know what I mean? But at the same time though, like, so there's that good part of it, but then there's the bad part of where gaming is more of like a business where, you know, you have companies like Ubisoft, EA, Activision, where you have to keep having growing profits, and they have to go and like just monetize the shit out of the games. And so you see things where like skins and all this crap, this the over monetization, or they go and they literally engineer the games to get as much money as possible, which, you know, again, like sucks. And not only just that too, with the games of service thing, but like, I grew up where you could rent games. That was an awesome system. Like, I really miss that. I miss being able to rent games. Like, literally the only place you can rent games now is GameFly. And even that's not perfect, at least not where I am. Because since the mail service got fucked up due to the actions of a particular person in 2020, and it still hasn't recovered, like, it takes like 5 days. This isn't like back in the good old days of like the glory days of DVD Netflix. Yeah, that too, with like Blockbuster. Like, there's no good system just like try games. We could argue, oh well, Game Pass exists, or the PS Plus equivalent exists. Well, kind of, but yes and no, because you could just go into like a Blockbuster or a Hollywood Video or your every local game store. They didn't charge you for a membership. They could just be like, okay, we just need like your name, your address, and a phone number. You give them that. Okay, here's a card. You can whatever you want, you know, and obviously fall into the rules of, you know, this thing is due back at this particular time, whatever, just that and everything. And you could go and like play stuff, you know, try out stuff. You didn't have to go and like make the investment of having to spend like $30, $40, $50, $60. You could try something. And if you were lucky, I'd be like, okay, I'll now go to my local game store and buy it. Or in the rare occasion where sometimes they would go and, you know, sell the games as well. But that doesn't exist anymore. And it also doesn't help that there's no good refund system either. I mean, like, okay, Steam has their thing, but that's not perfect. It also is kind of annoying because, like, for example, like, it only works, the Steam refunds only work if you buy it through Steam. But if I go for like Fanatical or CD Keys or rather Loaded, what it's called now, or any third party key seller, I don't get the refund thing. Like, they don't tell you that up front. You can't do a refund if you buy it outside of Steam. If you go and like just get a good deal through like Loaded, and then the game sucks, well, tough shit. You're not eligible for a refund. And then like with the stuff with you know, PlayStation or Xbox, like, it's hit or miss. Not like back in the day where you could just say fuck you and like bring it back. I mean, but also that's what fucked up Atari. Anyways, I feel bad. I've so derailed. Goddamn, always for derailing me. Clearly this is your fault, not mine.
I used to be stuck on console because I couldn't afford a good gaming PC.
Oh wow!
Now I have one, and it's like the whole new world. The doors have opened.
So you've come out of the cave of being like a console caveman. Yeah, no, it makes it. There's a lot of people that are like that. Honestly, it's very common.
It's awesome.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I had more.
Well, hold on.
Fun this year playing every game that was not from a AAA studio than anything I played from a AAA studio. Every game I played that was AAA was like disappointment, mid, boring, samey shit, not putting effort in. And then the other thing that gets me too is they all, I feel, I mean, maybe you don't agree. I think they lie about it. Like Ubisoft just came out there like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows did really well for us. In what fucking universe?
Well,
it's talking about that game.
It's manipulative language. So, like, whenever they said Assassin's Creed Shadows did very well, they were including Assassin's Creed Shadows in the blanket statement that Assassin's Creed was doing well categorically as a franchise. And the frame of reference that they were using, like the analytical point they were using, were the amount of people that were logged in and playing the game based off of the amount of hours that they were playing. So it wasn't actually anything about the sales of the game. It wasn't anything about the amount of actual players of the game necessarily. It was like a third level, second order fucking metric that they were using. And in my opinion, I think it's very obvious, right? If Assassin's Creed was actually doing very well and Ubisoft was doing very well, their stock wouldn't have gone down 90% in 5 years, right? It would have gone back up. Yeah, and it hasn't been going back up because it's a shitty company. I mean, did you play Assassin's Creed Shadows?
For about 10 hours, I could not stomach it any further, and I deleted it. I had enough. I was so bored.
I mean, I kind of agree with you, if you want me to be honest. Like, I did the same thing. Like, I did a few of them, and then I realized, like, the entire world scaled with you, and there was, like, no real sense of progression. And, like, after you play the game for an hour, you've pretty much played the entire game. And then I just stopped. Yeah, I just lost interest, and I didn't really care.
I also like games that you're supposed to be an assassin, and what you do is you go inside the enemy base and kill, like, 72 people.
Yeah.
Because that's what assassins do, right? They just wipe out entire armies in one swoop. Very realistic to feudal Japan and how they were doing it back then.
Yeah, right, of course, yeah.
Because with this game, I don't know.
Yeah, I do have to agree that, like, Shadows was very disappointing, but it was more of a case of, like, they were just following the trend of the Assassin's Creed game, which annoyed me. I mean, I get it. Assassin's Creed had to change, especially after Syndicate. I just don't like the direction that they went. Or like, that fucking level gating bullshit. It's like, I'm fucking sorry. I don't care what, like, level you are. If you go behind a motherfucker and stab him in the neck with a fucking blade, they die. I don't care how many levels they are ahead of you. They die. And then when you're telling me, oh, this fucker's still alive. Oh, really? I need to level up to stealth kill the guy? No, fuck you. That was my view of it.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
And, like, they started with Origins, and I said, fuck Origins. And then they kept doing it with Odyssey and then Valhalla. And then I tried to give Shadows a chance. And I just gave up on it. I really wanted to like it, but I just didn't. And then meanwhile, it was like Ghosts of Yoti came out and said, oh no, this is the correct way to do it. This is the correct way to do a fucking, stealth story. Because don't forget, the big praise for Ghost of Tsushima was like, this is Assassin's Creed in Japan in 2020. It took fucking Ubisoft 5 more years because the game was in production before that. But it took them an extra 5 years to get it out, and it still sucked. Well, I mean, sucked in the sense that it was using the formula I didn't like.
What do you think about the statement that Phil Spencer made a little bit ago? He said, gaming is now in a slump. Like, we're in a decline, a slump, a crash, and that's why, like, our games at our studios aren't doing well. Do you think gaming is in a slump right now?
I think his brand of gaming is. I think that Xbox, like, I mean, if you look at, like, all the Xbox franchises, like Doom: The Dark Ages didn't really do extremely well. Like, I don't think it got nominated for anything in the Game Awards even. Like, it was just pretty much released and forgotten
No, that's bullshit. It did get nominated for some stuff.
Instantly, because it was bad. You also have Halo, which, like, I mean, I don't know how...
And I wouldn't say it was bad. My thing with Doom: Dark Ages was I didn't necessarily like the gameplay changes they made, but I would not consider it a bad game. It was more of like a case of like, yeah, this isn't for me.
They still have 343, like they rebranded to Halo Studios, but I think a lot of the same people are there. Like, basically, Xbox is, like, in my opinion, I think Xbox has the most consumer-friendly business model. Like, I mean, this is prior to, like, them increasing the Game Pass price by a lot. But besides that, I actually think they have a very consumer-friendly business model. But the problem is that they are also one of these publishers that release these really complex games and these really over-designed games, like these, quote, AAA games, and they're just dog shit. And so I think Xbox having a problem with that is really, I mean, Phil Spencer is right if you're talking about AAA video games. Like, I think he is right, but the problem is, like, a lot of the AAA games they're so involved and they're so over-designed, and I think that they're really designed by committee, and so they're set up basically to fail because you don't have any sort of cohesive vision for them. That's really the reason why I think that it fell apart, and
you know what?
when I'm telling lies.
That's him.
I think that's why Xbox, like, Game Pass, that's why he's saying that about it.
I completely agree with you. It
Yeah.
seems like we're in like mind on a lot of this stuff because I hear him say shit like that, and I'm like, dude, you're in charge of a major part of gaming. If gaming's in a slump, who's responsible?
Yeah, Xbox is one of the biggest ones.
Like, how on earth could he just be like, oh, no, it's gaming is the slump. That's what's going on. Like, dude, just passing the buck. I mean, in truth, if that was the case, we wouldn't have had Expedition 33 selling a ridiculous amount of copies and Silk Song doing well, even though it's a relatively smaller scale game. We have games that are doing well. It's just not the big AAA games anymore. And that's
it's not your games. Yeah, exactly.
Competition, right, spurns creativity and spurns improvement. So now the big guys who used to always have the money print for them every year are like, oh shit, it's not printing anymore. Now we have to try again.
Well, they're not able to. It's because the people that work at these studios are fucking incompetent. Like, the executives don't know anything. I think that a lot of the developers and the writers are morons. Like, it's just people that are totally fucking, like, just completely out of it all the way down. Like, I think it's like a structural problem.
Wait, what?
Studios are fucking incompetent. Like, the executives don't know anything. I think that a lot of the developers and the writers are morons. Like, it's just...
Fuck you. Developers are morons. Piss off. Like, as someone who has been a developer for years, no, it's management who fucks it up. The developers are, I'm not saying this is the case all the time, but typically, and you could probably say this too, like, the developers are the ones who actually know what the people want, but then the management thinks that they know better. It's like, oh, you're just a fucking developer. What the fuck do you know? I don't know, twat. Can you write a class? Can you go and get the shit to actually work? No, I didn't fucking think so. Oh, I'm sorry, you did this shit like 5 years ago, and then you got promoted because the fucking other management from back in the day didn't know what to do with you, so they just felt that you were the best programmer, and therefore you could be a good manager. No, like, literally, the worst managers were the best programmers. Because just because you're a good programmer does not mean you are a good manager. They're completely different skill sets. And unfortunately, there are a bunch of incompetent managers out there because they don't understand what they're doing. But at the same time, you have these managers who became managers because they were developers and they had to go somewhere. Like, the management or like the execs, whatever, had to somehow justify giving them much more money, responsibility, whatever, and they make them managers. The problem is that they're not fucking managers, because I don't know if you all know this or not, but most developers are social incompetents.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Like, I would never make myself a manager. I've been a developer for over 20 years. If you had said, hey, your beliefs, want to be a manager? I'd say, hey, can I taste bullets instead? Because I'd rather do that. Because I'm not good with people. And a good amount of developers aren't. But then they go and they put these people in management positions. And they suck at it. I've had like these fucking people who are like great developers, like literally yelling at me. And like degrading me, and I'm like, you fucking cunt. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, yeah, I'll accept you're smart in terms of finger programming, but like, would you talk to your children that way? No, you wouldn't. So who the fuck are you to think you can talk to a grown adult that way? Like, literally, like, who the fuck are you? Like, in any other scenario, like, if someone had talked, like, people have talked to me in ways, like, if they had talked to me, to, like, in, like, a bar, it would have been, like, a fucking scene out of Roadhouse. I'm like, motherfucker, you do not talk to me that way. But in this case, it's like, well, yeah, I can talk to you that way because I control your source of income. So I can talk to you that way. You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's not a proper comparison.
People that are
like clearly spoken by someone who has never been in that field, which, I mean, to be fair, is like 9% of people spouting shit.
They're totally fucking, like, just completely out of it all the way down. Like, I think it's like a structural problem. And that's why you see new studios, like what you were saying, like Stanfall Entertainment or any of these other ones that are doing very well. And I think that really you have like...
No, you retard. Exactly. It's the developer-driven studios that do well. because they don't have the issues of retarded managers fucking things up. So no, it's not a developer issue. It's the management who are fucking things up. There are a lot more stories of management fucked up a game versus developers fucked up the game. That's not a coincidence. There's a very good reason why that happened, or why that's how it ended up that way.
Like, it's the same studio like Warhorse Studios that made Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, also a very successful studio. Many of these studios do great, and it's fine, but I think that a lot of them kind of, there's like I think it's like a corporate entropy, where you just keep adding more and more people to the project, and it ends up like basically turning it into like this immovable mass. And I think that's what happened with like Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it's what's happened with like a number of other games like Star Wars Outlaws or Dragon Age Veilguard or something like that.
Starfield has an infamous story where a game dev who no longer works there said they needed a chair designed for a cutscene, and literally had to submit the request for the chair to a department to design the chair, but then had to get 2 department sign-offs to get the chair design, and then they had to wait like 2 months. So their work was held up for 2 months to get a fucking chair made for a scene. How is that game development? Like,
well, it's not. I mean, did you play Starfield?
It's awful.
It's a piece of shit. Absolute piece of shit game. Yeah, I played it a lot and I hated it. I hated, like, I'd say like 95% of playing the game. And I played it for like 70 hours.
It's like someone, what I say now about these modern companies, what they're doing is, they got a good original game. They got a Fallout, or they've got an old Assassin's Creed, right? But the people who made it aren't there anymore. So what happens is the new team, they put that game down on a photocopier, and they photocopy it. Then they got to make another one. So they take the photocopy of the photocopy, and they photocopy that. So what happens is the quality of each copy goes down, 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 and now, oh, let's play Starfield. It's the hot new Bethesda game. What the fuck is this? It plays nothing like anything that I liked from Fallout or Elder Scrolls. How did they fuck this up so bad? Because these aren't the same people. Their talent's gone. They're just copying what their predecessors did.
Are you familiar with the metaphor of like the ship of Theseus?
You know what? I do sort of agree with that thing of where these aren't the same companies who develop these games. And like Blaine, good lord.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Brain drain is a very real thing in the world of like software development. And it is hard to go and just replicate. Like people just think like, oh, you just look at the code. It's like, no, it's not as simple as that. And I mean, the issue with the Bethesda games, I think, is that they were built off of like a shaky foundation. They just got shakier and shakier with each iteration. And so after a while, with like all like the Fallouts and the Elder Scrolls and this and everything, like the crashes got deeper and deeper, and then they're so deep with Starfield. Like I bet what happened after that, or at least what I'm hoping is what happened, is that Todd like said like, okay, we can't keep going off of the fucking creation engine like gravy train, because we got totally exposed to Starfield, so we need to fucking get a new thing going and then build off of that. I mean, I'm hoping that's what happened. Imagine waiting over 60 hours on something you hate. Yeah, I mean, that's just fucked up. Like I wouldn't even spend half of that on something that I don't like. It's like, why would I push myself on something like that? Or at least not if I didn't think there was going to be a good payoff at the end. I can't think of anything that I've spent that much time on something where it was like, okay, I thought it'd be good enough being bad. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Have you ever heard of that?
I have it. It's not coming to mind.
Okay,
right now.
so basically it's the question of, if you replace every single board, except for one board on a ship of the original ship, is it still the ship that it originally was? Is it still the ship of Theseus? And I think that's what's happened with a lot of these studios, is that the only person that's still working there, that was working there whenever they made good games, is the janitor. And everybody else, everybody else is gone. So yeah, no, I think you're totally right about that. And I think it's probably going to keep getting worse too, if you want me to be honest. Like a lot of these studios, I think that the way they hire people is embarrassing. I think that just in general, like the kind of people that they bring onto teams, like you're a bit older than I am, but like I hate the people that are around my age, like I'm 35, like that make video games, like that quirky millennial dog shit. Oh my God, I hate it so much. And it's just so fucking cringe. And now they're writing video games. Makes me crazy.
Do you honestly think that Bethesda will ever put out another good game again?
No. Of course not. Like, no.
I don't believe in that. I'm not about to go and write them. I mean, like, look, I'm not saying, look, if they made another, like, if Elder Scrolls 6 doesn't be shit, I'm not going to be like, I'm shocked. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think they're above Redemption.
Oh, I mean, like, the thing is that they already fucked up. I think they fucked up with Fallout, the recent Fallout. They fucked up with Starfield. Like, I mean, they're going to make Elder Scrolls 6 good. I don't really see, like, why would anybody think that? I mean, again, now I'm looking forward and I'm hoping to be wrong. But the fact is that their formula for doing things it's dated. It's a dated formula. And I don't really see them being able to innovate. I think that the best thing that they've done in the last 10 years is re-release something that they did 20 years ago. That's not very good.
Right. And their revenue stream,
Okay,
sadly.
we're almost done with this, folks. And what the fuck? Did I hit the wrong button? Oh, whoops, fuck me. Hit the back of my accident. We can go back to the same. Oh, fuck, we're not going to. Fuck.
Formula for doing things it's dated. It's a dated formula, and I don't really see them being able to innovate. I think that the best thing that they've done in the last 10 years is re-release something that they did 20 years ago.
I can't believe that I randomly clicked onto the same fucking thing. That's great, but after this news, we're probably gonna call it a night. Unfortunately, too, my wife is not feeling great, so she's not going to be thrilled with me streaming for an extended period and then be like, oh, hi, hon. Good night, hon.
That's not very good.
Right. And their revenue stream, sadly, when something like Starfield fails, is, oh, let's just do some more expansions for Fallout
Unlike Phil, who, like, says, like, hey, I know you're sick, sweetheart, but you got to cook me dinner.
76 or Elder Scrolls Online. It's like, this whole formula of now every game that's going to be profitable has to be this on
like a live service,
content, DLC, live service. It's nuts. It's killing gaming, and somehow we're not realizing this. Like, the best games of the year aren't live service games ever.
Yeah.
So why are we like rewarding these games? Why are we sinking billions of dollars into GTA Online when it took so long for GTA 6 to come out? That's why it took so long to come out, and it's still not out.
It's one of the reasons. I mean, I think for sure. Like, I don't hate live service games categorically, but I think that you're right that a lot of companies do kind of fall victim to falling for the idea of, oh, we'll just make the game live service. And I think what happens really is that these video games, you know, it costs like $300 million to make the game, so you're just realistically not going to make that money back through just like box sales. So like they have to like kind of like basically I don't know, reinforce the sales with battle passes or with pre-order bonuses or with expansions or
well, like, my wife is feeling kind of sick, and I talked to her. I'm like, what do you want to do for dinner? I'm like, do you want to make dumplings? And she's like, she looked at me and she's like, this would be the worst time to make fucking dumplings because I'm sick. And I'm like, okay, fair point. And then I made dinner. So instead of that, I made what is it? Ravioli, tortellini, and my meatballs. And the kids enjoyed it.
DLC or like free bundles, or not free, but like, you know, paid bundles and like gotcha characters and stuff like this. So I think that's what happens, right? Is they run out of money that they can make just like from like, basically, it's like, you know, you're going to at most sell like maybe 3 million copies of this game. Well, you know, 3 million times like 60 even, right? That's 180 million. So like if you're, and that's assuming that you make 100% of the profit, which you're obviously not going to, but like even if you do, and your game's $300 million, okay, well, you're still like over $100 million down. So yeah, I think that's what happens, is that these companies, they're too big to succeed.
Exactly. They've grown too big for their own britches. They spend too much, and then, gee, I wonder why it took so long for that game to come out, and then it's inferior. Oh, now we didn't make the money. Well, you should have just made a good game that didn't take $300 million, and then maybe, you know, what really I love about this year.
You should have just made a game, as if it's that fucking easy.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Claire Obscure being so good.
Yeah.
And it's former game devs from Ubisoft who said, fuck Ubisoft, this company sucks, and they left and made a better game than Ubisoft could ever put out. It just blows my
Even though that has been completely debunked, by the way. Like, yeah, there are a couple of ex-Ubisoft people, but it's not like, oh, a team of, like, a massive group of former Ubisoft devs made this thing. Like, no. There's, like, a few of them. You can't just say, like, oh, this is only made up of, like, the media over-dramatized that aspect of it because it made for a good headline.
mind, and I'm happy for that. I want more of that, for sure.
I think more of them should leave. You're absolutely right. I totally agree with you. I hope that it continues. I really do. And I think that it will also. I think that people are just tired of playing the same old, like boring, like, played out slop. And I felt this way. I don't even know about some of these other games that recently have come out. Like, I enjoyed, like, maybe, like, one or, like, two, like, really, like, decent games. Like, I like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, even though it was hard for me to get into it. But, like, other than that, a lot of these other games, I just really couldn't get into them because I thought they were garbage. Like, even, and, like, honestly, I would even say Monster Hunter Wilds, I think, had development problems. And it's like, I hope Capcom doesn't have that happen. But, like, now, I mean, did you play Dragon's Dogma 2?
I played Dragon's Dogma 2, but that was before I was on PC. It didn't run too well on console, and I had a lot of problems with it because of that, so I kind of dropped it after a bit.
Yeah, it didn't really run on PC either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not really. I mean, like, unless you had, like, a super, like, I mean, I have a really expensive computer, so, like, obviously I was able to run it, but, like, people had tons of performance issues. And so, like, now Capcom's, like, they've had, like, Dragon's Dogma 2 not do well, and also Monster Hunter Wilds not doing well. That doesn't look very good, right? Doesn't look very good at all. Wow. So, yeah, I think that even big studios like that are having it happen, which is, like, Capcom, I would say, is, like, one of those gold standard companies, right? And I think that, like, what really happened is that, like, I always go back to this one point where Elon Musk fired 80% of people on Twitter, and the website didn't change. And I think that really goes to show.
Oh, what the fuck?
You lying sack of shit!
No. He fired those people, and the website definitely suffered. The user base got a lot worse, and there were a bunch of, like, outages. He's fucking talking out of his ass. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there were a bunch of people that got fired and nothing changed, but no, he definitely fired way too many people. And I'm pretty sure that they went crawling back to a bunch of them. I mean, am I wrong? I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that they went back to some people they fired, and those people were like, fuck you, pay me.
And like what your story was with Starfield, that really goes to show where their priorities are. And I think that it's just like a corporate entropy where they just hire more middle management. Middle management hires more people to manage the middle managers. And then there's just so many of them that before you know it, that's the end.
Yeah.
That you're an animal abuser.
I completely agree. Wow. We are like mind on gaming, man. Like, seriously, like everything you're saying, I've said in my streams too.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty cool.
If you
it's
play
cool to have
games,
this conversation.
No, I
do you want
appreciate
to know the truth, man?
Yeah.
Can I drop a little bomb here?
Sure.
I don't get to have these fucking conversations because everyone hates me for no reason. All right? Everyone literally fucking hates my guts. I can't get anyone to have a normal conversation about anything because all they ever want to talk about is WWE champions and e-begging and this drama shit. This is a fun conversation, and I would love to have these kind of conversations.
No one's having this conversation with you because no one likes you. That's why no one's having this conversation with you, because you are an awful human being, Phil. And no one wants to talk to awful human beings. And the proof of this is think about it. Those fucking DM leaks, does it count as a leak? The DMs between him and Kino Casino. Could you imagine, like, the shit that he revealed? Like, don't forget, at the end of the day, Ash and Andy, they're fucking drama farmers. That's all they are. It's not a knock, that's what they are. And he's divulging, like, shit that, like, I would not reveal that stuff. I would only reveal the stuff that he revealed. I would only reveal it to, like, my closest friends or, like, acquaintances, not people who I know make their living on drama farming. But, like, all the shit of, like, Cat's health problems, his parents' health problems, his inability to have children. Like, I would never share that shit with except the closest people in my life. But he just fucking threw it out there. Why? Because he's starved for human interaction. And he probably has some, like, autism or ADHD, where it's the thing of oversharing. That's a very common thing on that part of the spectrum. It's like a bit of an overlap between ADHD and autism.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
So thank you for allowing me to have a little bit of fun today without just having to talk to my viewers. Having to talk to someone else, another creator, is awesome. It's really a great experience.
Sure. I mean, like, I'll probably be bringing back a podcast that I'm doing sometime soon, and maybe you can come on that, right? And we can get some of your opinions on gaming. I think that could be fun. What do you think about that?
1,000,000% I'm there. This has been a great time. You've been awesome to me, and I really appreciate you giving me a fair shake. It's been an awesome experience.
I try to give everybody a fair shake, and I try to, like, hear their side of the story, etc. So yeah, man, I really do appreciate you coming on and everything. I know obviously it's been kind of a while. I'm sure you've got other things to do. I've got, like, a million other fucking drama things to get into, but I do.
Your audience is bored with me. Get me off the fucking stream. Talk about the drama.
Well, you've got the cat on now, so it's okay. And so
the viewership, of course. There you go.
And so no, I mean, I do really appreciate you coming on and doing everything live and in front of a big audience like this. It's commendable and it's respectable. And so I do really appreciate you coming on and talking about it.
Thank you so much. Really,
Yeah.
thanks to everyone. The audience sounds like the audience really enjoyed it too. Thank you guys
Thanks,
for
they did.
watching. Again, it's youtube.com/DSP Gaming.
Yep.
That's how you actually see me, not the detractor. If you just search online on YouTube, you won't find me. You have to go to the channel directly. Sadly, you I think stream like at exactly the same time that I do during the day.
Yeah.
Like,
I go live in the day, and then by the time, like, because you're probably the same way, right? I mean, you have shit that you want to do in the evening, and so like you stream during the day, and then like you finish it, and then now you've got like the evening to do whatever you want.
Yeah, what I do is I have 2 streams. One major stream that starts around the same time you start. I end that between like 4:30 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
I spend some time with my wife, usually have like a meal, and then I actually have a late stream. So if anyone is interested in checking out my stuff and not interfering with Asmon's content, I do a late stream every night around 7 o'clock, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you're interested,
And that's
You
also
don't
on your
have to.
DSP Gaming channel.
That's on DSP Gaming.
Nice.
Tonight I'm playing Tormented Souls 2.
Okay.
Continuing on with that playthrough if anyone's interested. So swing on by. You're welcome.
Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate you coming on, and I'll actually be very curious to see what the reactions to this are. I'm
Me
extremely
too.
curious. Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone
Oh,
thought
really?
that, once again, the toxic people, Asmongold, all he wants to do is he wants to snake fill and he wants to be awful. He's going to have detractors appearing and people. Like, I never got that impression of you at all. I don't know why people are saying that shit. Maybe they were just trying to scare me out of it and to not do it.
Yeah.
But like, you always seem like a level-headed dude who has fair takes. And I was like, dude, it seems like when you talk about gaming, in general, what I hear is like stuff that I agree with. I'm like, what's the big, like, what do they think's going to happen? I mean, is it a fight or something?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, you spend all day and, you watch content that you totally believe and you treat it like wrestling and you believe wrestling is real too. And, you do that for a long enough time and you're going to have a very distorted view on the world, to say the least. So, yeah, no, I totally get it. And I think it's pretty common. I mean, usually, like, talking to somebody, you find out that you have more in common than you have not in common with them, even whenever it's somebody that you might have a certain impression about. And you talk to somebody and it's like, well, most people can usually get along, right?
Right.
So,
So
yeah.
That being said, when are we going to have a high-profile boxing match for $50?
So I don't know about that, okay? Fuck, I've already lost enough of my fucking teeth. I don't need to lose the last few of them, okay? So, yeah, no, absolutely not.
How about you go into the story of how you lost your teeth there, Asmon?
But yeah,
right.
I'm gonna
Hey,
get back
man,
to it. I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. And guys, DSP Gaming on YouTube and also Kick, right?
It's a DSP Gaming Reel on Kick. 'Cause Someone
Oh.
stole my name before I could get the name. So
Okay.
it's DSP Gaming Reel on Kick if you want to check me out there. I co-stream.
Okay,
So,
got it. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. And we'll keep in touch and I'll talk to you later, man.
absolutely. Thank you so much, man.
All right, I'll see you later. Peace. Man. Man. Can you believe that? Oh my God. Excellent talk. Yeah, that was fucking funny. Great time. That was cool. Way more bass than I thought. Yeah. Did you guys like it? Was that enjoyable? I don't usually I don't really bring people on very often, right? I don't do that. But I thought, like this is, a special occasion. It's a very special occasion. So I had to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I hope you guys had fun. You should
Yeah, very special.
talk to people more. That's really funny. That's what a funny guy. We've got a Joker in chat. That's great, huh? How about that? And so, yeah, let's hear God interview went. Maybe we could do that, right? I mean, I don't know. And yeah, I mean, I like doing it. I mean, it's just that the big problem for me is that this is going to honestly sound like really stupid, is that I actually woke up this morning and I felt like really kind of sick. And I didn't like not because of this, obviously, but like I was just like sick because I hadn't really gotten a lot of sleep for a while. And so I was like, ah, fuck. And then actually, I'll tell you the real reason. Why was the reason I actually felt sick? It's because a day and a half ago, this is the reason why I ended my stream yesterday early too, by the way, is that
Okay, I don't care. I think we've seen enough. Ugh. I mean, like, it could have been worse, but it also could have been a lot better. Like, I feel like he got enough content from detractors, even from like me. I mean, half the shit, a bunch of shit they was talking about with Twitch, I completely debunked in my fundraiser video, and I sent him that. But look, I'm not gonna go and like necessarily blame him directly for that. I mean, he got so many fucking messages, tweets, whatever, leading up to this, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up missing that. It is what it is. It is what it is, tubes. Rest in peace. Anyways, not the worst thing I've seen. I'm not shitting on it as much as other people have, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it definitely could have been better. But we all know he got that little bump from this, but it's gonna go away because we're gonna see what a piece of shit he is, and it's gonna be a repeated Aquino Casino arc, if we even want to call it that. But ugh. I think I should probably crash out now. I've been awake for Christ. Like I said, I was up at like 4 a.m. and it's 9 now. But again, it is what it is, tubes. Anyways, thank everyone for stopping by. guess on the YouTube side, I guess we'll just jump over to I'm about to change that. Slightly early for that, but whatever. Go over to Raw Phil. And there's no one on Twitch, so whatever. Thanks everyone stopping by. I'm probably not gonna well, maybe I'll broadcast another day this week, but probably not, because obviously not gonna Wednesday I'm busy, Thursday's Thanksgiving, Friday there's it's the go home show for Survivor Series, and also Survivor Series on Saturday. Maybe something on Sunday, but don't hold me to that. I mean, if a bunch of interesting shit happens, then maybe, but it's kind of dependent on that. Anyway, thank everyone for stopping by, and hope we'll see you all next time, and probably not, but have a good Thanksgiving. Look at it this way, it'll probably be better than Phil's.